We're here today with Terry Moore, and he has done the Mary Jane Loves Spider-Man, which was one of my favorites, and it was also great graphic novels for teen. Made it onto that list, which we all loved. And I've got the big questions for you. Question number one is, how did you get started working in comics?
I walked into a comic book store after I hadn't been at a comic book store in 20 years, and I walked in with my little boy, looking for something for him to get him started reading, like a Saturday morning cartoon comic or something. And I saw these independent comics that people were doing them, self-publishing. I thought I can do that, and that's how I got the idea.
Cool. All right. The next question is, did you read comics when you were a kid? And if so, who were some of your influences when you were a child?
When I was a child, the comics I loved were Charles Schultz, Peanuts, Walt Kelly, Pogo. I love comic strips. But I also read like Sugar and Spike and Dennis the Menace and Batman, Superman. So I liked both comic strips and comic books.
Excellent. Cool. All right, the next question is, what are you currently working on?
Currently I'm working on Echo. And I'm all about Echo right now.
Yeah. I love Echo.
Thank you.
Okay. The next is, what graphic novels or comics titles have you read in the last year that you think are fantastic for kids?
You know what? In the last year, the best graphic novel stuff I've read for kids has been Mouse Guard.
Yeah.
David Peterson's Mouse Guard. You just can't go wrong. Wonderful stories, a wonderful world. The mice are just so cool to look at. It's a great book.
Fabulous. Do you have any recommendations for teen readers?
My favorite teen book in the last year has been Power Girl from DC Comics. It was drawn by Amanda Conner, written by Jimmy Palmiotti, and it is just the funnest comic book. It's like comics from the 1960s. It was just fun.
Great. Cool, thank you. And here's the ringer. If you were stuck on a desert island with only one book, graphic novel or prose, it can be either one, what would that book be?
If I had only one book on a desert island, it would have to be Time Enough for Love by Robert Heinlein.
Nice. Nobody's picked that one yet. And the last question is, what advice do you have for young comic creators?
Run! If you're a young comic creator, I think your future options, you have two options. One of them is to make great comics for iPads, or make beautiful artwork that's going to end up in these wonderfully expensive collector books, like these $500 books. I think we're kind of going to go that way for the near future, but no matter what you choose to do, just tell stories, draw them. People love to read them.
Great. Thank you so much, Terry. I really appreciate you talking with me.
It's a great pleasure.